So this is just a short video because I ran out of time on the previous video looking at the Gaussian channel on Bitcoin on the weekly chart. Before we do that though, I did forget to mention something on, not the VXY, on the total crypto market cap. Um, as we've just broken through this major triangle that goes back to June, you can see here in the green. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Right here in the green. We just busted through that. I was expecting a big move. But of course, we have to come down and retest, which we've done. And we've fallen back into the triangle. So we are struggling here with our retest. Um, however, that's not the be all and end all of everything there. The thing I wanted to point out is that we've been traveling in this parallel channel since February, and right here we're still within the channel. We wicked through it, and a lot of these wicks on the market cap are not real. When you look at the like, let's move this to the hourly. You'll see those disappear on the 4 hour. Let's do. You see all those wicks disappear. So we're still within this channel, and I believe we'll hold here and continue our move upward um, into next week. And I'm looking for quite a pump from here. I know we're struggling; things look bad. They're kind of just stagnating here, but I think we got big moves ahead in the coming weeks. And so here's a look at the Gaussian channel now on the weekly. What I've done is I've copied this arc from 2015 over here. I drew an arc there to simulate um, the shape that happened here, and hopefully that'll be a sort of accurate representation of what we should expect. Here, when we what we did here is we came to the top of the channel, busted through actually, but closed our week at the top of the channel and got rejected, retested the mean band, and broke out a second time. Both times were about 35% from the top of the channel. Let's measure the second one now, 32%. And then after that move, we did come back down and retest the top of the channel. That was 24% move back down to the downside. The percentage doesn't really matter. It's the downward, because we're going to hit the top of the channel here more than likely as a retest. But it's interesting to note that, okay, so the Gaussian channel turned green about the center of this arc, and it hit the came back and retested 2 weeks before that, and it broke through here 9 weeks before with an initial breakthrough at at what is that? At 12 weeks before. So let's see where we're at now and if that looks similar at all. So there's our lovely arc that I drew. Make this a little bit bigger. Center of the arc. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be a little, maybe I've drawn this a little bit too big. So I'm going to go back just 1 week from the center. The 24th of July is where that is at. And 2 weeks back would put us the 10th of July for the retest. Um, 9 bars back is the 22nd of May. If we're to recreate exactly what we had done in the past, would be where we would break out for the second time, and the 1st of May would be where we would break through the first time, 12 bars out. I'm going to make this bigger because we are right here. We have not hit the top of the channel yet. The mean band is at about 26,530. It'd be interesting if it would ever come down to about 25.2. Not within the time frame we want to be working in. We would actually, if we did come down to 25.2 in the coming weeks, if we came down to 25.2 by the FOMC meeting on May 3rd, we would be through the bottom of the Gaussian channel, which would, or of the mean band of the channel, which would not be a good sign. So we do not want that to happen. I know a lot of people are talking about 25.2 as a possibility, and I mean, I see it here on my chart where the FOMC meeting in the bottom of the channel uh, meet right up. However, it's key to note that the only time we did come down there, other than the FTX crash, was when we had a lot of fun about the New York AG suing KuCoin, and the SEC going over after Kraken for staking, and Kraken actually, discontinuing their staking program. And there was a lot of other FUD being spread at that time, as well as the DXY was had a nice big green candle to the upside. So I believe it would take a lot for us to get back down here. And more than likely, what I think we're going to do is hold this area here, possibly where you can see the center line of the channel that we've been traveling in. We've come back down to that. And I'm going to remove the Gaussian channel now because we're not done with it. I'll just stay here on the weekly because you can see on the daily, you'll see a few candles down here, little small candles where we've come below it a little bit, but we've pretty much hugged it. I think worst case scenario, that may be what we do here, and that would keep us around the $28,000 range and probably continue to pump right here. Just interestingly, let's see what that is. Say we just hung around here for a while and until the FOMC meeting, and then we went upward from there. That would, get us in the range of similar to what we did before. That's 9-10 weeks out from the middle of that band, so that we could potentially pump up there. Yeah, look at that, to around the $42,000 range, and then come back down and retest that. Not necessarily that we do have to go that high before retesting. The important thing is that once we retest this, I believe we'll continue our move upwards. So people are looking for a 25, 40% dump. I think 40% is way too high. I think possibly 25. If we did that from uh, about 41,000 to the top of there, that's a 30% move. And I think, what's the reason for that? I understand that things get overbought, and we need to have a correction. However, what I'm looking at right now, let me see what's going on here. I think more likely than not, let's try this scenario, that we do bust out here, continue upward, um, and stay within this channel. Maybe go outside slightly. Say we get up to about 38,000 and come back down, or 36,000 and come back down to about $30,000, or maybe even 28.8 again, possibly. That's about 25% move. There's a lot of possibilities, but I see something like that happening and then continuing on upward. It uh, looks like where we're going to me. Was there something else I wanted to say? I think I should cut out there, and because I'm just rambling now. And I'll see you next time. And make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notifications, because I don't. It's just random. I don't have a set time that I put out videos. Pretty busy, so just do it when I can. Thank you. We'll see you next time.